Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Broken Camera live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, guys. Sorry for the wait. I was stuck in traffic, unfortunately, guys, and I fixed my camera before, and now it's just re-broken. So bear with me, guys, for 2 seconds while I try to fix this dang camera. Yo, this thing should be working, guys. This thing should be working. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fix it real quick. Oh, whoa, there we go. Hey, whoa, hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45, where I may or may not run my fingers through my hair, guys. But what is going on? Thank you all for tuning in to today's live stream and spending your precious time here with the Candle Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 full hours of TA on this crazy thing they call Bitcoin. We're just trying to figure out if this thing is going up or down next. And if you guys watched the live stream last night, you will know we were looking for a potential pullback. Actually, I was waiting for a little bit of a retracement to enter into a short position, but we were talking about the possibility of coming down from where we were actually sitting on yesterday's live stream, and we looked at some key levels for some potential support or a potential bounce to come in here. So I see somebody asked for Caspa price predictions. Maybe we could take a look at Caspa towards the end of the stream, but we will. I kind of just want to cover the price action, guys. Are we going to get a bounce from the levels that we came down and tapped? Because we did actually come down and touch some pretty important levels of support that we looked at on the live streams previously. So I'm going to break down the price action. And then obviously about halfway through the stream, guys, we will be taking a look at those altcoins. So don't spam them just yet, but hold off till about halfway through the stream and then spam those altcoins. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes. Let us know what coins we're looking at, and then I'll give you some saucy TA on your favorite altcoins. But before we get into it, guys, smash that like button. Every 100 likes you get, or we get, you guys get a spin on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. The more spins, the more wins, the more wins, the more free stuff. We already added a Frankie Candles hat giveaway, we added a hat to the giveaway this Friday. So if we hit 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I will add another Frankie Candles hat to those giveaways, as well as those spins on the wheel that get you guys some free crypto. So before we jump into it, guys, shout out to Jerry Long. What is going on? We got Aaron in the chat. What is going on, Aaron? Thank you for being here. We got Greg Gonzalez, Leon, yeah, shout out to Leon, says, I'm crabbish. Better than being crabby, right? I mean, being crabbish is definitely better than being crabby. Shout out to you, bro. We got Jerry Long in the chat. I assume he's long because he is Jerry. But shout out to you, man. We got Benjamin Calls in the chat. Beffed up. That Zaxo, what is going on? Donato Cabrera, what is going on, man? Thank you for being here. We got the Godfather in chat. Show him some respect, guys. And last, but certainly not least, guys, we got Crypto Pollo and our mods in the chat. Give the mods some love. They help me out endlessly, guys. You know that, and I know you guys appreciate them just as much as I do, so So smash that like button and give the mod some love in the chat. And before we jump into it, guys, shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. He said, who wants to see Frankie with no beard? Stash only. I would look like my dad. My dad has only a stash. Shout out to Dave Digital. Hey, guys. Maybe if we hit 1,000 likes on tonight's stream, I will shave everything but my mustache for one day, and then I'm taking everything off. Actually, that might even look weirder. I don't know. I think I'd look even weirder with no facial hair than I would with just a mustache. Don't have the strongest facial hair, but let's be honest, guys. Like, this is a pretty pathetic beard. Might as well just shave it. Shout out to Dave Digital. But hey, if we get 1,000 likes on tonight's stream, by some miracle, I will shave everything but my mustache. But guys, without further ado, we said what's up to the mods. We said what's up to the Candle Mafia. Smash that like button, and let's go ahead and jump right into the charts because we do have some interesting stuff to look at. Let's get into it. Well, first off, guys, taking a look at our trades here, I do just want to kind of start off the stream by looking at these. Let me go ahead and I zoomed out. There we go. But you can see here we are still in my long position that we showed earlier today on my afternoon live stream. But you guys can see here I am still in this XRP trade, up about $1,000. And my long position is still up about $1,000, about $924. Already got some money locked in there. But these are the current trades right now. Like I said, I did miss my short entry. Yo, shout out, not a chance. I'll start that off with that. Shout out to Landon, says 1K likes for no eyebrows. Oh, God, we need like 1 million likes for no eyebrows because I don't think those grow back very quickly. But hey, shout out to Landon. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe if we get 2,000 likes, I'll shave my eyebrows. Shout out to Landon, bro. Thank you for the super chat. But guys, these are the trades. And like I said, I did miss my short entry on Bitcoin, waiting for a retracement. However, we were able to catch that short on XRP. On that, swing failure pattern that we had, that liquidity grab, that random scam pump off of that fake news from that fake XRP ETF or whatever happened there. Fake ETF, oh my God, everything's pumping, and then automatically just insta-dumped. Some people say it was the fake news that caused that dump, the fact that it was the fake news. I was simply looking for a swing failure pattern that played out perfectly. Show me the charts, and I'll tell you the news. But guys, let's go ahead and jump into the actual charts here. Just wanted to start off by showing those trades. But let's go ahead and jump in here as we are starting to see, we have multiple things going on here, right? Obviously, we did get that push down from these higher prices that we were at, sitting at above $36,000. We lost that $36,000 level, and where did we come tap? Well, they're, number one, local point of control of our range here, guys. Now, remember, when we're looking at these ranges or volume profiles, we are looking for price to deviate before trying to find short entries, before looking for price to potentially return back into that value area high and move back down towards that POC. So we did come down and tap that POC to the dollar almost perfectly at about 34.4K. Now, as you guys know, this was a very important level of support because not only is it our range point of control, but it is also our macro point of control of our larger range that we are trading in. Let me just hide some of this stuff here. And you can see that point of control at 34.4K. Right here is that macro point of control of our much, much larger range. So obviously, we looked at this level last night on the live stream saying if we do come down, guys, this would be a level to look at for some support. Because not only is this a key level of support, but we know that if we get stuck below this level, it could open up the door to much lower prices, getting closer, well, I would say getting closer to 28.8K, but this is kind of far away. Really, the next local levels of support that we're looking at are closer down here at about 32.5, and I can actually just pull those up real quick. We looked at this earlier today during that market update, and that is those single prints and golden pocket 786 retracement. The single print and the golden pocket are basically between $32,500 and all the way down to about $31,700, $31,750. So this is going to be basically that next key level of support, guys. Again, if we continue down the local and literally the next level of support that I would be looking at is going to be this point of control. But again, if we wind up getting a bigger breakdown here and we get stuck underneath this level, we will be looking down towards these single prints. And again, we talked about this earlier today, guys. This was not too much of a surprise, right? First of all, we already talked about, if you start getting a move down, guys, everyone's going to be panicking. Everyone's going to be calling for zero. And everyone's going to kind of be like, oh, my God, we're going to 25K, et cetera, et cetera. But, in the grand scheme of things, guys, we are, I'm not bearish. I want to start things off with that. I am not flipping bearish just because we got this little pullback. It is, although it seemed like a pretty significant dump, it really wasn't anything that crazy, right? Like even from the high wick here all the way to the low here, only an 8% dump from the absolute high to the absolute low. And then just locally today, we didn't really come down too much, but closer to about 5%, right? So not the craziest move. A 5% dump is not that insane. But, in the grand scheme of things, when you're going sideways like this, it can feel pretty brutal. But again, key level of support below you is going to be that point of control at 34.4K. You lose that. Looking straight down here towards these single prints, again, between 32.5 and 31,700. And then obviously you have your 786 down here, giving you a little bit of backup. And really, guys, where I am, starting to worry a little bit is going to be the loss of this 786 at 30,900, right? Why am I worrying? And I want to, not really that worried if we get down there. But if we do get down here and we start losing this 786, this is kind of where I'm like, hey, we lost the POC. We got stuck below it. We're losing this 786. Very likely that we shoot down towards that value area low, which right now is coming in at about 28.8K. And then obviously, if we pull up our, oh my God, mommy, I'm scared, hold me. Last resort levels right here. This blue box between 30,100 and 28.6K. That's kind of your last resort, right? So if this dump winds up being absolutely massive and we just start really just nuking back down to zero, this blue box is going to be the kind of the final draw or the final, I don't know, final resistance, I guess. Trying to think of something cool to call it. But, we come down here, we lose this golden pocket. We do have a chance to go hit that 786, get some bullish confirmations at that value area low before getting the reversal back to the upside. So I won't be getting bearish if we get down here, but this is kind of the line in the sand, guys, because if we start losing that, I mean, we've talked about this for quite a few days now. If you lose that 28.8K level, not only are we likely to get, not only are we losing this volume profile, this macro volume profile that goes up to 50K, but we're also potentially getting accepted into this old volume profile, which gets you all the way down to about 25.6K. So again, if you lose this and can't get back above, you're losing this range and potentially getting accepted back into this range, which again can bring you down to about $25,500. I don't know why I said 25,000 and a half. That's weird. But again, guys, those key levels are basically remaining exactly the same as we have not touched them. But if we dig into some more of the local analysis, guys, you can see that we have come down and touched a level that we've been looking at on the live streams for a few days now. And it's kind of three key levels, right? Or two major key levels and then 4 points of confluence, right? Now, level number one, which was very important, was this volume and time point of control sitting at about $35,400. This was one of those targets we were looking at. If you pull up exo charts, before we came down and actually tapped this, you guys can see we did wind up having this time and volume point of control at 35.4K. Now, at this point, guys, when I know that we have these levels down here, I am looking at that not only as a key level of support, but I am also looking at this as a potential magnet for price. Because remember, these POCs typically act as magnets for price. This is untapped. It doesn't mean you're instantly just going to automatically get sucked to it, right? Trading would be the easiest thing in the world if that were the case. But, we are expecting, hey, if we start getting a bigger move down here, we may be going for not only this volume and time point of control, but we have another untapped naked time point of control down here at 34.9. And then obviously we wound up coming down and hitting all of these levels. Obviously, you hit the TPOC and VPOC first. And then I'll try to get this to play out a little bit quicker. And then it happens really quick once we start dumping. But there you go, right? You take out this point of control. And at this point, you're starting to head towards these two naked points of control down here. And price continues down. And we come and take all of these levels, right? You take these 2 points of control and that naked time point of control down there, which could be enough to give us a little bit of a bounce, guys, because obviously, I'll bring that back to the current price. We came down, we tapped these levels. We also had these marked out on TradingView. And not only did you have those naked points of control here, guys, you also had your what is this called? Jesus. Local golden pocket coming in at $35,000, about $35,070, and $34,918 is kind of where that ranges between. But we know we had this golden pocket just below this time point of control. Now, the question is, are we going to get the bounce here, or are we going to go for that 786 point of control? And the answer is, guys, we actually did come down to this POC. We just didn't do it on the spot exchanges, right? We didn't do it on Bitstamp, but we did get that 34.4K level. Let me know with a sauce emoji in the chat right now, guys, if you remember me talking about that 34.4K level being a key level. I think it was on this live stream that we were looking at that 34.4K level because it is that macro point of control. And, we didn't come down there on the Bitstamp chart, which is a spot, which this is technically, or this is specifically a spot exchange. But if you come to the Bybit chart, guys, we did wick down and tap that level almost to the dollar at $34,460. And again, that is also in beautiful confluence with the POC of your local range. And then again, you have that golden pocket, and that 786 is sitting right down here as well. Again, coming to the Bitstamp chart, that 34.4K level you did, or 34.2K is that 786, but you do have that POC right here at 34.4. So we did tap these levels on the leverage exchanges, but not on the spot exchanges. We are getting a little bounce off the golden pocket. However, I am going to be very cautious for these spot exchanges to potentially come down and tap these levels, right? Because sometimes the leverage exchanges do it first, and then those spot exchanges will eventually come back and tap those levels. So I am going to be careful of a potential breakdown back down to the POC 786 confluence, especially because, guys, to be 100% honest with you, as we came down to these levels, I would have loved to see a stronger bullish divergence here on the 1 hour time frame. We just simply did not get it. We have kind of like an exaggerated bull div here with our equal lows and then lower lows on our price action. Still a bullish divergence, just typically they don't play out as strong as they do as regular bullish divergences, but it is still there, so we could see a continued bounce here. But again, remember, we use the money flow to indicate the longer-term trend, and, if we come up to this 4 hour time frame, guys, money flow is clearly coming out here. This is one of the things that we've been looking at for a while to anticipate a potential move to the downside, and it is the money flow on the 4 hour continuing to trend to the downside. And, the more this money flow comes out, the more likely it is that we are going to start a bigger downtrend. So my thoughts right now, guys, with the, the 2 hour green dot looking to print right here, you also have your 3 hour green dot looking to print, as well as this 4 hour VWAP, which has been stuck below the zero line for quite some time. This is going to eventually print a green dot, guys, and when it does, that is where I will be expecting a retracement back to the upside, potentially to look for a lower high to come in here before looking for a bigger short position to the downside. And like I said, let's see. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Anthony Fuganiti. Shout out to you, bro. He says, "Yo, Frankie, keep killing it, brother." Shout out to you, bro. Fellow Italian, apparently. I don't know how Fuganiti could not be Italian. I don't know how that's got to be Italian. But shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for being here. Shout out to Wolfman A My Crypto, or I'm sorry, Wolf of Crypto, different people. Says, shout out to Frankie. He says, "Yo, Frank." No, wait, hang on, I lost it. Yo, Frankie, where's the hat? Nice haircut. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. We got a fresh cut here, but we're going to throw that Frankie Candles hat back on. I appreciate you, though, bro. But continuing on here, guys, looking for that 4 hour green dot to potentially give us a retracement before I will be looking, again, like I was looking to go short up here based off this daily bearish divergence that we talked about like 2 minutes ago, right? Pull up these next targets. We were looking for these key levels of resistance to be pretty strong. You had your naked point of control at 37K. You also had your value area low coming in at 37.6, as well as, many other areas of resistance or levels of resistance within this purple box. And what we were looking at specifically in the premium Discord, well, we were looking at this on the live stream, that daily bearish divergence with the higher highs on price into your key level of resistance. That is a key factor here, guys. You have to be hitting a key level of resistance. And the fact that we came up into these MPOCs and value area low, we knew that daily bear div was likely going to give us reaction to the downside. But I was personally not getting the confirmations I wanted to to get into a very big swing short. So I was waiting for a retracement. I missed, never got the retracement. That's the risk that you run, waiting for a retracement to come in. I did not get it, so I did not take the trade. And oh no, I missed the move. I missed this dump here, guys, but I'm not worried about it at all because, like I said, I caught that short on XRP, which is, not missing out on the gains. I'm just missing out on the specific Bitcoin gain. But not worried about it, guys. I am not FOMOing into a Bitcoin short. I'm going to simply continue to wait for a new retracement, right? Because those levels we were looking at yesterday aren't going to make sense for the retracement because we came lower. So those Fibonacci levels move, right? So I'm going to give you guys that next level that I'll be looking at for potential lower high to come in. And obviously that is going to come in at this golden pocket 786 retracement of this entire move to the downside. Now, obviously, where do those lower highs like to come in? They like to come in at those 786 golden pockets oftentimes. Not all the time, right? It's not 100%, but oftentimes we will be looking for those retracements or lower highs to come in at these golden pockets or 786s. So if we do get a retracement off this 4-hour green dot, which is hopefully going to print pretty soon here, that's where I'll be looking for that retracement, potentially up into this zone here to look for a new short position. So not FOMOing in, guys, right? Like, why would I FOMO into a short position right now if I know we just hit some really key levels of support and I know that we are likely to get a retracement to the upside? We're not FOMOing in to get wrecked. We're simply going to be sitting here waiting for a retracement and getting into the high probability trades, right? We're not taking the willy-nilly trades. And like I said, sometimes you miss the position, right? I didn't get all my confirmations up here, although we did have a short setup in the premium Discord to go short from up here. I didn't get my specific confirmations. I like to get those sniper entries, but like I said, made up on those gains on XRP. But this is kind of the plan, guys. Just simply sitting on my hands, not chasing the trade, waiting for a potential retracement to come into more of a rejection zone to find those confirmations and go short. Now, this is not obviously the only place we can retrace from, right? We talked about this yesterday. Like, we don't know, right? We could randomly just start dumping from here. Anything can happen, but oftentimes, you want to trust your TA, and more often than not, it will wind up playing out. Now, there are some lower Fibonacci levels that I would be looking at, guys. This, some of these lower fibs from these, let me actually come down to the 1 hour. Some of these other fibs from lower prices, like right up here between about $36,082 all the way up to $36,376. This might be another zone we want to keep an eye on for a potential rejection. But we don't know if we're going to reject this fib or this fib. But these are the two major areas that I'm looking at. And actually, let me reverse this, undo it. And let's go ahead. I want to pull our range here because we were looking at this range for the past while now. And this is kind of nice, right? Because if we do wind up coming into that rejection zone that we just pulled from the high all the way to the low, we have some nice confluence here, right? Because basically what we would look for is a push to the upside. And if we are able to get above this value area low, we would look to flip it to support. And then once you push up into this purple box, it's kind of nice, right? I might actually even ladder into a position. Again, if we're lucky enough to get up here, right? I don't know if we're guaranteed to get up here, in which case, if we continue to dump, I'll hold my XRP short, and I will just let Bitcoin ride, right? I'm not worried about it. But if we get that move up in here and we flip this value area low to support, we can expect that POC or value area high to get visited, but I may start laddering into my short position at this golden pocket, potentially, obviously based off the confirmations that I receive when we get to the key level. I'm not just blindly taking these trades, but, may enter a starter position here, and then if we shoot up for that POC value area high 786, maybe another entry, or this is kind of where I would add to that position to hopefully put in a lower high and continue to the downside. Now, why am I looking for those lower highs to come in? Well, at least as of right now, guys, we do have that 4-hour money flow just absolutely, coming straight to the downside, indicating that locally on the 4-hour time frame, specifically within the context of the 4-hour, we may start a downtrend, right? And what do trends have? They have highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's what downtrends have, right? So I am going to be waiting for that lower high to come in. I am not just FOMOing short here. If I miss the move, I miss the move, right? So that's kind of the plan here, guys. But other than that, things kind of, seems unexpected, but it really is not that unexpected to see this move to the downside, guys. I mean, we talked about yesterday's thumbnail said, dump incoming, ? And the answer was yes, right? So we were, again, I like to take, an information approach or an information-based approach on this channel, guys. I am not the channel that you are going to tune into and you're going to hear me screaming from the rooftops, we're going to hit this target 100%. You're just not going to get that from this channel. I base everything I talk about off of hard information. And I like to have a reason behind everything that I say. I don't just call for higher prices because I'm bullish, because I'm a bull, right? Like, it just makes no sense. That's not how it works, right? No one cares if you're a bull or a bear, especially the market. If anyone cares, the thing that cares the least out of everyone, it's the market, right? The market doesn't care if you're bullish or bearish. The market cares about the levels, where the liquidity is, and where price wants to go. We weren't guaranteeing that push to the downside yesterday, but there were pretty clear indications that we were going to get the move down. Money flow in the 4-hour coming out. Higher daily time frame red dots printing. With that money flow together, the high time frame red dots with the money flow coming out on the medium time frames is giving you the idea that you are likely to get a correction back to the downside, especially when you have the confirmations and the foresight of waiting for that daily bearish divergence to form into your key level of resistance, right? So there you go. Shout out to anybody who has seen these live streams and seen what we've been talking about, looking for these potential moves down. And like I said, I also like to separate, calling for something to happen and taking the trade are two different things, right? Like in this case, right, for me at least, personally, we get this information in the premium Discord, but we called it perfectly, but that doesn't mean that I got all my confirmations, took the trade, right? And I think there might be there probably is some misconceptions out there, not only about me, but also about like any other content creators that you watch, right? And it might be that, oh my God, these people catch every single trade, they never lose a trade, they always get every move, they're taking advantage of every single little thing, and they never miss. And that's just simply not the case, guys. And if anyone is telling you that's the case, they're lying to you. I'm sorry. There's like no getting around that. And I will never tell you guys that we win all our trades, right? I got stopped out recently on stream. We don't guarantee this stuff, but, these daily bear divs, I mean, we talk about it every day. Daily bear div, money flow coming out on the medium time frames, higher time frame red dots, like very likely that we get some kind of a pullback. But again, just because we called that doesn't mean that I automatically entered the position. I didn't get the confirmations and I missed the move. And I really want you guys to understand that, or I want you guys to hear that, right? Like, I missed the move. It's okay. It's okay. But with that being said, guys, those are the key levels we're looking at, for the most part. We keep dumping from here. We lose this POC decisively with higher time frame candle closes below this level. We're likely going to come down to the single prints down here between about 32.5 and 31.925. And those are the next key levels. I'm going to leave it at that. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. But, speaking of missing moves, guys, I didn't miss all the moves. I might have missed my entry on that Bitcoin short, and I'm not rushing back into it. I am waiting for that retracement. But you know what I didn't miss? I didn't miss that XRP short. So let's go ahead, and speaking of XRP, let's take a look at the altcoins, guys. It's about that time to spam those alts, and then Rob the Crypto Snob will count up those votes and let us know what we're looking at tonight. I will already be taking a look at XRP and Ethereum. So Rob or Tyler or Kembro or Crypto Billy Anon, whoever it is doing the altcoins, just skip ETH and XRP because I'm already going to look at them. Shout out to Q Kusi. Shout out to you, bro. Said, what are your thoughts on the 3-week blood diamond on USDT dominance with Hikinashi candles? Let's pull it up. USDTD. Bada boom. Let's check it out here. Let's check it out. He says Hikinashi. He says 3-week. We'll go ahead and pull up the 3-week. Where are we? We need weeks. 3 weeks. There we go. Pull up market cipher A. Bada boom. Oh, confirmed. Oh, I mean, this would be bullish, guys. I mean, not for USDT dominance, but this would be bullish for crypto, right? I wish there was, let me come down to a lower time frame here. Let's go to the weekly, right? How far does this go back? Oh, this goes back to 2018. What is this? This is 2020 down into 2021 bull run. Yeah. So obviously, guys, the USDT dominance is inversely correlated to the prices of crypto, right? For the most part, right? Because if the USDT dominance is going down, it means people are leaving stables and likely buying crypto, right? So that 3-week blood diamond would be bullish. And I'll be honest, like, we haven't seen a 3-week blood diamond ever on USDT dominance. Yeah, not on the 2-week. We got a blood diamond on the weekly right here, May of 2019, which was interesting. But yeah, this 3-week blood diamond, in my opinion, could indicate that this is going to come down more, which could indicate, right, if we pull this up next to Bitcoin, let's pull this up side by side to the Bitcoin USD. And let's see here, right? So let's pull up that 3-week. We'll pull up the 3-week on Bitcoin, right? And let's see, last time we got a big dump right here in 2020, if we zoom out, right, like all these significant dumps on the USDT dominance, right? This one came down 62%. And what happened, right? Obviously, we had the parabolic bull run on Bitcoin, right? And then we got, USDT dominance came back up as people were dumping and going back into stables for safety as we got this dump in June of 2021. And then on the last rip to the upside, you can see that USDT dominance came down. So simply put, obviously, the USDT dominance moves inversely to Bitcoin, right? So which should make pretty simple sense, right? Like people like they leave the altcoins. I mean, they leave the USDT and they go into crypto, right? So the dominance of USDT drops. Makes sense. But so this would, in my opinion, be extremely bullish, especially the fact that it's confirmed. We've never had a money flow crossover into the red on the 3-week on the dominance. Let's see. Let's look at the weekly potentially. Yeah, I mean, last money flow crossover into the red. Yeah, the last money flow crossover into the red on the USDT dominance was basically the 2021 bull run, right? So look at the money flow, guys. Look at the money flow about to cross over into the red, right? Now, it doesn't mean that we're instantly going to shoot up from here, right? Like this could come back up. We could expect some turbulence. But overall, guys, money flow comes up, right? When you're kind of in a bear market, right? And then money flow comes out, and then you're in parabolic bull run, and then money flow comes back into the green on USDT, that is, USDT dominance. Money flow crosses over into the green right here. And what happens, right? USDT dominance flies and Bitcoin nukes. And now we are seeing money flow trending to the downside. So I am nothing but bullish on this chart, especially with the 3-week confirmed blood diamond as well as money flow. So there you go. And then if you come down to some of these lower time frames, you got to watch, right? Because just like on crypto, right? Like you have a big bullish, right? You have a big bull div on the daily on the USDT dominance, which would make sense because we just had that daily bear div on Bitcoin, right? So it's like literally the opposite. It's like almost exactly the opposite. Bear div, red candle, bull div, green candle, right? So they literally move perfectly opposite of each other. But yeah, I would be very bullish on this USDT dominance chart. And speaking of that, guys, I actually want to pull up the DXY because we have not looked at the DXY in quite some time. And when we pull up that weekly time frame, look what's happening here, guys. Like, look, we were looking, I mean, we haven't looked at this in a while, but look, we came right up into our golden pocket. Money flow is now crossing over into the red on the DXY, right? What happened the last time we crossed over into the red on the DXY? It was right here, right before the DXY dumped. And if we zoom out, all the way here, you can see as soon as that money flow crossed over into the red, we were right at, like, I'll just put the line, right? Boom, boom, right? This red line is where we were when the DXY was crossing over into the red with money flow. And what happened, right? What happened? We bing-bonged around and then parabolic bull run, right? And, we're seeing this potential. I mean, we're seeing it right now, crossing over into the red. This is something we've been watching. Very bullish in the long term, guys. This doesn't mean that we're going to shoot up instantly, but this is very bullish in the long run for crypto, in my opinion. Like, just cyclically, every time we cross over into the red, it usually ends up being a parabolic bull run for Bitcoin, right? So there you go. Let's see this last. Yeah, right back here. Beginning of 2017, guys. What did we have in the beginning of 2017 on the DXY? This is 2020. Where are we? 2017, right? Money flow crossover into the red on the DXY. And what happens? Boom. Straight up for Bitcoin. So definitely bullish on the DXY right now. Not on the DXY, but bullish on crypto because of the way the DXY looks on the weekly. And we've been looking at this. We haven't looked at it in a while, but we have been waiting for this to cross over for quite some time. We just have not checked it in a long time. So this could be a very, very bullish signal for Bitcoin. And guys, I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now because I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to see for this week's Sunday sauce? Do you want to see an my XRP short trade breakdown? XRP trade breakdown. BD means breakdown. XRP trade breakdown. Or do you want to see a macro Bitcoin deep dive? Let me know. We're going to put that up right now. Please vote on that so I know what video to make. But anyway, guys, That's what we're looking at on the DXY. Pretty bullish on that. And shout out to, I forget who said it, whoever asked me to look at the USDTD dominance. Thank you for saying that because I wanted to look at that. But let's go ahead and continue on there. I think we've got the altcoins. The altcoin votes are in and being counted. Thank you for that, Rob. I appreciate you. And yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to start off on Ethereum, guys, and let's go ahead and pull up the full screen. Pull up Ethereum, or Ethereum or Erythrium, if as your grandmother might call it. And let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, as you guys know, shout out to Ethereum, guys. I swear I may. Wait, shout out to Tyler Durden. He says, XRP. Crypto Chef and I, my hero, have asked for XRP. Well, shout out to them. It's already on the list. So you guys are going to get what you want. Let's get it. But as you guys know, yesterday on Ethereum, we were talking about how we may be able to bing bong around in here a little bit more, and we wouldn't be expecting lower prices on Ethereum until we broke this blue box, ending at about $2,000. And what did we say? Let me see if anybody remembers what target we were looking at if this $2,000 level got broken. What were we looking for? Crypto Pollo, exactly. We were looking to get a move closer to or down to this value area high, previous value area high at about 1930. We front ran it just slightly, coming down to about 1934. But guys, this is how these volume profiles work, right? We know that if we lose this level, we're likely to shoot through this low volume gap and come down and get a move towards this value area high sitting at about 1930. And again, we did front run it slightly, so there is a chance that we may, I mean, this does look kind of bear flaggy, right? Or bear pennant-y, right? Does look like we could be forming somewhat of a bearish pennant here, which could wind up giving us a little bit more of a breakdown to lower prices. Let's check the measured move or the technical target here. I'll measure it just to the bottom of the pattern, not on that panic wick, and that would be bringing us back into this range, guys. We could be accepted back into this old trading range if we wind up losing this value area high, which would be pretty obvious if you're used to looking at the volume profiles. But I want you guys to learn from this, right? We lost that. There is a reason why when we lost this $2,000 level, or more specifically the 786, there's a reason why I was saying if we lose this, we're likely going to get a quick move down to this value area high. And the reason was because we had a big volume gap between these two levels. And I hope you guys see us talk about this and then see it play out in real time. That way, when you're doing your own analysis on your own charts, you can see this stuff and predict it and anticipate it before it happens. And hopefully you could jump in and take advantage of it and make some money. Shout out to Chemistry Bro, said Bitcoin deep dive all the way. I mean, we got some really cool stuff. I'll bring in the dominance. I'll bring in the DXY. We'll dive deep into the history and the historical price action to try to figure out what is likely to happen. All right, let's see. Please do a video about what confirmations you're looking to before entering a trade. Well, shout out to Wolf of Crypto. We do have some strategy videos that are on the channel that live there right now. Wolf of Crypto, I assume you've probably watched a lot of the videos, but I highly recommend going through the tutorial playlist and looking at our trading strategy videos, because we do have a lot of strategies that we've broken down, which talk more about the actual trade entries. And then we also, obviously, like our main strategy that I personally trade, we talk about and teach a lot more in the premium Discord, but definitely hit the tutorial playlist, bro, because we have a lot of strategies on the channel that I've gone over and broken down how to enter and how to use different indicators, free indicators, paid indicators, to find all different types of confirmations. And I will be going through like almost all of our tutorials, guys, and making all updated videos as we creep closer to the bull run. I will be updating these videos. Because things change, right? I start to look at different stuff, and I like to just kind of remake these videos to update them with new stuff that I look at or new stuff that we learn, et cetera, et cetera. So shout out to Wolf of Crypto. Go check that out, brother. No problem. You don't got to appreciate me because I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and take a deeper look here. Take a deeper look here at Ethereum. I'm going to pin this message from Rob the Crypto Snob. XRP, Algo, Near, Solana, and DYDX. Okay, no problem. Thank you for that, Rob. You are the GOAT. But taking a look here, guys, potential bear pennant printing here on Ethereum. But the thing, I don't know if I would take this too seriously, just because, 12-minute money flow is coming back up. We also have our 15-minute money flow coming back up. 4-hour VWAP starting to roll back to the upside. So yeah, I don't know, right? Like still generally looking for this. If we do get a pump, I would be looking for this to be more of a retracement to put in a lower high and continue back to the downside. And if you pull the fib, you can see your retracement zone comes up here between about 2046 and about 2078. I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to come up and tap those levels. So I would also be looking at this, basically, we have now flipped this into resistance, right? So, we haven't really flipped it to resistance, but we are likely going to attempt to get back above here. But if we get back into this purple box, guys, I will be looking for some kind of a rejection and a potential short entry, depending on how I'm feeling that day, if I want to trade Ethereum. But pulling this old range that we were just in, or kind of the current range still, and I pull that full golden pocket retracement. Where are we? Where am I? What am I doing? I'm pulling the wrong fib here, guys. Don't pull somebody else's fib by accident, guys. That's a dangerous game. People don't like having their fibs touched. But anyway, let's see. So even if you pull the full retracement, these are kind of the major levels I'd look for a rejection. I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to get back up to this level. Up into the $2,100 area, maybe. I don't know if you're lucky enough to get up there. But this golden pocket, and I mean, this whole area, guys, to be honest with you, is like a pretty important level of resistance. So we push up and we get above this purple box. I'm actually going to turn this white, right? Because I don't know if we're going to reject here. I know it's resistance, but I just don't know if it's where I'm going to be looking for a short. So if we do push up, I will look for Ethereum to kind of press up into this box. And then real first major level I'd be looking for a short would be at the previous value area low at 2042. And then obviously we'll be looking for a short there. And then if you get accepted back into this range, I will simply wait for the high of the range for this purple box to find a confirmation to potentially go short from. So yeah, just kind of looking at the volume profile, to be quite honest with you guys, because yeah, right now, this is a pretty big range of support or resistance at this point. But yeah, I'm probably going to be looking back at this old volume profile. Or not old. This is kind of the current volume profile, right? So what happens? Oftentimes when you lose these volume profiles, guys, you'll leave, right? And then you get a retracement, sometimes to bearishly retest that value area low. But just understand you have all this resistance here as well. So this is going to kind of be something you would have to monitor through the entire pump to the upside, looking for those confirmations. But let's say you did get the retracement and you got above your value area low. At this point, I'm sitting on my hands and waiting for the POC at 2094 or the value area high at 2100. And then that would be where I'd expect the lower high to potentially come down and visit lower prices. Why are we looking for lower prices, you say? Wait, Frankie, I thought the market was bullish. I thought you were bullish on crypto right now. I am bullish, guys. But you have to think in context of your time frame, right? 4-hour money flow coming out. If this crosses over into the red, we are likely going to see more downside after a retracement to the upside. So there you go, right? That's why I'm expecting. But even if we start a downtrend here, guys, and we get a bigger move back down to the POC, the value area low of this old range, you have to realize that in the grand scheme of things, this isn't that bad, right? We have our low. Well, we really have, yeah. We'll say we have our low, our high. We could come down here and put in a higher low and then continue to the upside up to our next targets between about 2145 and 2353. So it's all about understanding the time frames, guys, right? This is extremely important. If you do not have a full, serious understanding of the difference between the time frames, how they relate to each other, and how you should be interpreting them, it is you have to understand this, or you're gonna have a very, very rough time. So again, a lot of people are probably like, I thought you were bullish. Why are you looking for a downtrend? Downtrend in the context of a 4-hour time frame, where on the higher time frames, this is not going to look like that big of a move, right? Let me go ahead and hide the TA and zoom in, right? If we come down, get a retracement, get a bigger move down, even if we come down to the old ranges, in the grand scheme of things on the higher time frames, you're simply just putting in a higher low before continuing up. So even if we came all the way down, hang on, let me pull up a clean ETH chart just so I can explain this simply for you guys, right? 4-hour downtrend likely, right? Because of the money flow. So if we retrace, right, downtrend, right, maybe we come back down to 1630, right? Let's just say that for example. And then you come up to the weekly time frame, you could still put a higher low to continue the upside, right, on the higher time frames, coming up to the 4-day, right? So you could come in, put that higher low, and then continue back to the upside. And if we get rid of this line, if you pull, let's pull this range real quick, right? Because we do have, yeah, let me actually pull this whole thing. Interesting. Yeah, 1850 might be a level to watch. Let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. Yeah, 1850. 1850 going to be a big level, guys. 1850. That's what I would watch. Value area high of that macro range. And let's see if we have any confluence on this chart. 1850 right here. POC of that range, right? So this is going to be key, right? We are now, right, the if this, then that for Ethereum, guys, was if we break $2,000, we're looking down towards that value area high at 1930. We came down, almost tapped that level. We could be back on our way there. And if we now the if this, then that is if we come back down and break below this value area high, I would be looking down towards this POC at 1850, which is a key level of support for more reasons than one. And you might even be able to fail some levels down here, guys, because you have to imagine price may want to come down here to stop out a lot of the long positions, right? The market doesn't like when everybody's in fat long positions, guys, from the bottom of a local range, right? You have this local range that we traded in right down here as we were consolidating. Likely, more likely than not, there were a lot of people putting in long positions down here at the range low, right, with their stop losses below the range low and maybe even below this POC. Right? So if you have a lot of people short from down here and all their stop losses are sitting below this range low and this POC, price may want to come down and stop out all these longs, right? Too many people winning right now, right? Too many people in a beautiful long trade from down here to up here. And because, let me actually get rid of some of these shorts just so I can see. Oftentimes when you have equal lows, right? When you have I know these aren't exactly equal, but oftentimes when you have these ranges that keep getting supported on, you keep finding support on these low ranges, on these range lows, there's a lot of stop losses under here, right? Which might mean that price might want to push down here, stop out those shorts before reversing back and coming to higher prices. And we could come down to 1850 and still put a higher low in on the higher time frames to continue that trend to the upside. And if we actually we can actually see if there is a lot of liquidation sitting down there, right? So let me actually pull this up real quick. I'll pull up the heat map for Ethereum. And we'll see, right? Below 1850, do we have a lot of liquidation sitting below there? So let's go ahead and pull up Ethereum. Where are we? Where are we? BTC. Where is A, B, C, D, E, F? Where's ETH? Why can't I find ETH? There it is. Okay, and let's take a look at the 1 month liquidation heat map, right? So let's take a look. 1850. So what we're looking for, guys, is, all right, so 17, where's 1850? 1850 is right down here. Let's go down to the 7-day time frame to get a little bit more of a localized look here. And what is this hot block down here? I didn't do this before the stream, guys. I swear to God, I did not do this before the stream. What do we have down here sitting at 1850? This is literally showing you what I was looking at on TradingView. A lot of people ask me, Frankie, how do you know where the liquidity is? Because oftentimes, we're going to go to XRP in a second here, guys, and I'll talk to you about how I use this exact technique to get into a beautiful short trade on XRP, which I am still currently in here. I said I was going to take profit or close out the trade after my stream earlier today, and I didn't. But I am still in this trade, still up about a little over $1,000. But I'll show you guys how I got into this trade using the liquidation heat maps as well as just liquidity theory, understanding what in order to find, we talk about the SFPs, right? The SFPs or swing failure patterns are very high likelihood. It's a high risk to reward trade. It's also a high probability trade, right? So what does this do? It allows you to limit your risk very well, and it also has a high win rate, right? So you have a high likelihood of winning, and you also, if your swing failure is not going to play out, typically there is a clear invalidation level, which is very close to the point where you're looking to get into the trade, right? So they're very low risk, they're very high probability, and when you do get stopped out, it's a very small loss. So because of this, what you want to do is you want to try to figure out where everyone's stop loss is. You want to be the market maker. Pretend you are the market maker. And you are looking for those stop losses so you can go exploit those stop losses and then make money off of them, right? And maybe I'll make a video about liquidity because for some reason I think people try to make it sound way more complicated than it actually is. Shout out to Peter H says, "Dang, Frankie's passionate." Dang right. I don't know anything I could be doing right now that I would not be that I would be more passionate about. Like, this is what I love to do. But shout out to Peter. But people always tell me, like, okay, so you find the swing failure level and then and then you look for the swing failure and that's your high probability trade. Great. But the real question that people have is, Frankie, how do I find these levels? How do I know where the liquidity is? Well, number one, you can use your liquidation heat map, right, which is right here, again, showing you these hot yellow blocks of liquidation levels could act as magnets for price. There's two ways to use this. You could use these liquidation levels as magnets for price, and you could also look for swing failures at these levels, right? So this is one way to find it. But this is how you're using the heat map to get X-ray vision into the market, but you can do this on TradingView as well. This is a paid service. I do believe, for anybody out there that doesn't want to spend money, I think CoinGlass offers a liquidation heat map very similar to this, right? We're working on a deal with HighBlock. Hopefully, we could get a discount for you guys to get these liquidation heat maps at a discounted price. I think they're like $30 a month normally, but I do believe CoinGlass has a free liquidation heat map, which I've heard is just as good. So maybe check out CoinGlass. I've never seen it personally, but please go check that out because, I don't know, I love free stuff, even though I have the paid stuff. I just love free stuff. But anyway, you can also do this on your chart. You don't need a liquidation heat map to find the liquidity once you have enough experience, but you can just kind of see where people are likely long from. And just what I went over before, right? I see this area of consolidation. I know this is a range because this is a range that I would have been trading and I would have been going long at the value area low. So this is how I'm assuming, right? I don't know that there's a lot of stop losses down here. Even looking at the liquidation heat map, although that level at 1850 is literally the exact level I just talked about. But, this is also an estimation, guys. This is not guaranteed, right? These levels are estimated liquidation levels. They are not guaranteed. And obviously, it's an assumption on TradingView, too, because I'm just thinking to myself, well, hey, if I was trading this range and I was long, where would my stop loss be, or where would retail stop losses be? They would be below the value area low, below previous lows, right? So if you longed here, your stop loss is likely below this low, right? So what does this do? This adds it puts a lot of stop losses on the chart, so to say. AKA putting a lot of liquidity in a specific area, and we know that acts as a magnet, so that's why I would be looking for a swing failure at this point of control. So maybe you come down, right? You break below this value area low, you come down, you bounce around, and then boom, you wick below, you come back up, close your candle above here. If I were to see that swing failure, I would, in my head, say to myself, that's a high likelihood reversal right there. Let me go ahead and take a long. With other confirmations, obviously. But there's a little bit of liquidity sauce for you guys. But there you go, right? Like, we just found that live on the chart. And then that's what I do, right? I say, hey, there's probably a lot of traders long from here. There's probably a lot of stop losses around this 1850 level and below. And then you pull up the liquidation heat map. And sometimes, it doesn't always work out this well. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was kind of like, oh, we nailed that. But 1850, large large level of liquidation sitting there. So definitely a target to be looking at. And the fact that we're already on our way down here could make that, it might continue to act as a magnet, sucking us lower and lower. And then I would look for a reaction off that level, simply put. So there you go, guys. That is Ethereum. And that's what we're looking at, a little bit of liquidity sauce for you guys. I don't really like my sauce liquid. I'd rather have it, a little bit thick. We like that thick sauce, the Italians. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, let's see. Shout out to Div X-Ray. Shout out to you, bro. He said, do you trust BlackRock? Do you believe they think the ETF is about to get approved? Or do you think they are going on TV to make retail buy in now and pump price before the big dump? Well, Div, shout out to you, bro. I love the way you think, right? That's kind of how you should be thinking, right? Like, all right, well, why are they all pumping this up, right? Oftentimes, they create these stories or they leak rumors or they have a news organization write an article for a very specific reason of getting retail interest to pump price to become their exit liquidity to fill their bigger positions and move price in the opposite direction. So the answer to your question is I simply do not know. There's no way I could know. There's no way anyone could know unless they had insider information, which unfortunately I don't. But if that is definitely a possibility. This is definitely a possibility. Darren Adams said, this guy gets it. Shout out to Darren Adams. I don't know if you're talking about me, but if you are, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and continue on. It's just basic manipulation, and that brings us to our next altcoin, which is XRP, guys. And talk about manipulation, guys. Talk about manipulation. Obviously we got that fake news, right? Now, was this just like an accident? I like to think, or I always default to, probably not, right? And that is, as soon as I was sitting at my desk seeing XRP pump up like this, guys, my first thought was, okay, where is the liquidity they are looking for, right? And I can actually pull XRP up on the heat map here. And maybe we could talk about it. I don't know if it's going to show up on the. Okay. So let's talk about this, guys. Right. So and once you once you start understanding how all this works, guys, it becomes you'll find yourself staying out of trades more, right? Because you'll say to yourself, hey, I'm looking for a long here, but I know there's a likely area of liquidity up here that they might go for. So maybe I'm going to sit out on this long, wait for that liquidity to get grabbed, and then get into the trade. And perfect example here on XRP. I might do 2 videos this week, guys, because this XRP trade breakdown on top of that Bitcoin deep dive might be useful for you guys. But taking a look here, seeing this price pump up, I did not have this level on the chart yet, right? I was just simply looking at XRP, and I said to myself, hey, they're pushing price up somewhere, and this is too artificially pumped, right? It just randomly started mooning. So I'm like, this is clearly manipulation, first thing in my head is, where's the liquidity they're going for, right? They're clearly moving for the liquidity. Where is it? Well, I knew that it was likely above these highs here, and more importantly, above the macro high right here at 73 cents. Now, the reason this is a higher likelihood level to swing fail is because these are internal levels. Now, you can swing fail internal levels 100%. I'm not saying you can't, but I like to look at the most extreme level on the chart, which is right up here at 73 cents, right? So as price pushed up here, I was looking here for a swing failure. I didn't get it, right? You could see if you grab a horizontal ray, right, and you put it on this wick here, you can see we did not swing fail. The candle did not close below the level. So that was invalidated. I did not take the trade. I simply sat on my hands, right? That's a perfect example of price coming up, not getting your confirmation, and then sitting on your hands. And then what did they do? They pushed it up even higher. And they pushed it up into this next level right here, which was the level I was looking at. And if we take a look at the liquidation heat map, guys, you can see that we indeed had a lot of liquidation sitting up here at between 71 and 75 cents. And you can see it's right above this high. So this means that there's a lot of people short from probably this range right here, right? And their stop losses and liquidation points are sitting above these highs. Because again, where do people place their stop losses if they're in a short? Right? If I was going to short this high right here, where would my stop loss go? Not a great stop loss, but a lot of retail just puts it above the previous swing high, which would be right here. So that's what builds up that liquidity up here that the market maker likes to come up and take before reversing price back to the downside. And I'm not going to explain exactly why price gets the pump up and why price gets the big move down. Well, I'll say this. It gets the big move up, number one, because the big money manipulates the price to get that price to go. Basically what it is, guys, is if I'm the market maker, right, I see all those stop losses up there, right? So I'm going to artificially push price up, which does one thing. It moves price closer to that liquidity, obviously, right? But on top of that, you get retail market participants that don't really know what they're doing to FOMO in on that big move. What do people do when they see a giant green candle? They just jump in. The degenerates, the retail, just jump right in, right? They're just like, oh, cool, it's mooning. I'm going to get on this move. It must be going up. But no, the market maker is tricking you. So not only is the market maker manipulating using their fat bags to push the price up to that level because that's where they want it to go, but they also have people FOMOing into the trades, long trades, right? Adding to that pressure to the upside. And now what happens is when they reverse price to the downside, which oftentimes they will push price up to stop people out to fill their bigger limit orders. However, that is not always the case, but sometimes they will do that. And then when price comes back down, guys, literally, not only, so the limit short being filled will add sell pressure normally, right? And then on top of that, all those people FOMOing into those long positions now have stop losses and liquidation points below where they entered. So when price gets pushed back down and the market maker is now pushing price back down, they will be stopping out and liquidating all those long positions, which is what literally creates these massive dumps to the downside. Right? That's why swing failures are quick moves up and then quick moves down. That's literally what is happening behind the actual candlesticks, right? And I want you guys to understand what is happening, because if you don't understand this, that's why when you get into a trade, hit me with a sauce can if you've ever gotten into a trade and all your TA's done, right? You spent all night on your TA and you're like, okay, I'm getting this as a saucy short. And then you get into your position and then price just comes up, stops you out, turns right back around and goes back the way you thought it was going to go originally, but you got stopped out. It's called a stop hunt, guys, and that is oftentimes why this happens. It's because those market makers know your stop loss is there, because all retail traders follow the same strategy. They go stop you out, reverse price, and then they wreck everybody, and then they wreck everybody again. But if you can understand how this works, you can let the market maker do its thing. Sit on your hands and be like, look at them. Everybody's getting wrecked. Look at all these stop losses getting stopped out, and now I'm in. And you're in at the top, and everyone else got wrecked. Not everyone else, right? We're not the only people that know this. But that is part of the reason why I got into this trade, amongst many other things that I'll cover in the video on Sunday, to hopefully help you guys catch these trades and moves the next time it happens. This is the sauce, guys. This is the sauce. But there you go. That's kind of like a little mini breakdown of what I did for that trade. However, what is going on now? Obviously, guys, XRP is sitting within its new volume profile here, which could, I'll just start this off like this, could eventually open up the door to about 83 cents, and maybe even, if we get some massive pumps, up to about $1.29. Now, obviously, we got above this level, which was the doorway to higher prices. We got the quick push up to our golden pocket, but we front ran it. Remember, we were looking at this as a level of resistance, but we actually front ran the level slightly. And I'm actually kind of mad because I was looking to go short up at this purple box, but we front ran it. I didn't get the confirmations. I didn't take the trade. And what happened, guys? Here's an example of how I avoided getting wrecked, knowing what I know, right? I wanted to short XRP at this golden pocket. More specifically, this time point of control is really what I wanted to short. But we didn't come up and hit the level, and I didn't take the trade. I don't mess around with that, right? Like, I don't screw it, I'm going in anyway. Very rarely do I just like willy-nilly get into the trade, and if I do, I manage the risk very tightly. But we did not hit this level. I did not take the trade. We got the move down to the golden pocket. Got a bounce, and what happened, guys? Whoop! We got the wick up to the golden pocket and almost hit that time point of control. And what would have happened if I went short here, guys? I probably would have gotten stopped out. But instead, I didn't take the trade because we didn't hit our level. But then we wound up getting that wick up. We touched the level, and then I shorted. And likely, played out beautifully. I'm still up a lot. But if we get the bigger breakdown, guys, I will be short from the top. So there you go. Let's see how it's doing right now. So yeah, up about $1,070. Not the biggest trade in the world. $261 in margin, guys. I made over $1,000 in less than 20 minutes. It was like 17 minutes because I measured it because I was like, that was a quick one. And it was like over $1,000 in less than 15 minutes or less than 20 minutes, right? So, and you don't need that much money. A lot of people think you need a $100,000 account, and you just don't. If you know how to use leverage as a risk management tool and not, if you know how to use leverage as a risk management tool and not a gambling outlet, you can actually make money with a very small account, right? It's not easy. It's not simple, but it's definitely possible. And this is a perfect example. You have to trade a high win rate, a high win rate and a high probability strategy, and likely you will wind up making some money. But now that we're down here at the value area low, guys, I am actually being a little bit cautious. Like I said earlier today on our other live stream, I may be shaving profits off at these levels because now what did we get? We have our full golden pocket, 786 retracement, and we are now deviated from the value area low, and at least here on the 12-hour or 16-hour time frame, we are now, our body of our candle is sitting right above that value area low. And what do we do at these value area lows, guys? Everybody gets mega bearish, and we look for the longs, and oftentimes we're right. But that doesn't mean we can't break down from here. I want to be very clear, right? Obviously, you can see here, fresh 16-hour red dot. That would be a little bit more bearish. Taking a look at your daily, come on. There you go. Daily VWAP getting rejected at the 0 line. 2-day red dot confirmed. 3-day red dot printing. 4, 5, 6-day, and weekly VWAPs are looking to roll back over and print red dots, which could give us a little bit more of a cool off. And then taking a look at the 4-hour, this looks very similar to a lot of other things. And here's the reason I'm being careful, guys. We're at the value area low. We got the full fib retracement, and our VWAP is coming up on the 4-hour. 2 hours looking for a green dot and a potential bullish divergence. And then your 1-hour green dot is confirmed. So, but the same thing, guys, money flow. Look at the 4-hour money flow coming out. So I'm not expecting this to get a huge move back up to $1.29, at least right now. I would actually more likely expect a retracement into some lower high rejection zones before breaking the value area low. And then if we break that value area low with higher time frame candles and we can't get back above, that's where we're looking back down towards this previous value area high, getting closer to 55 cents. So that's what I'm looking at on XRP, guys. I would look for a potential continued retracement, but I would be careful of a continued downtrend just because of the way the money flow looks on the medium time frames. All right, let's go ahead and see. Shout out to Flavor, said I work for BlackRock and the XRP ETF is coming. I don't work for BlackRock. Oh, shout out to shout out to Flavor. It actually that news apparently came from a company called BlackRock, I think, but it's a different BlackRock. I don't know. Again, guys, I don't pay attention. And here's a perfect example, guys. I said this before. I did not know anything about the news. I had no idea what was going on with the news here. No idea. I just traded the candlesticks and then didn't find out about that fake ETF news until right before I got on my live stream. But you better believe that when I saw the pump, I was like, oh, okay, so like, is this manipulation? I wonder what the story is. And that story was a fake ETF. And we saw this same thing happen on Bitcoin not too long ago, guys, where we were looking for a move up. And we didn't know what would cause the move up, but it was a fake ETF story, right? So super interesting. Show me the charts, and I'll tell you the news every single time. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. 1K likes. Frankie is shaving. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button if you're finding any value in this live stream. Smash that like button. We're going for 850 likes. If we hit 1,000 likes, I will shave everything but my mustache. Let's go ahead and continue on. And let's see. I think we could do it. We could at least get 550 on tonight's stream. I know we can. But let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin, which is Algo. Let's go ahead and check it. And let's see here. I mean, whew, man, we got a clip. Shout out to Tony D, bro. We got to find that stream where we were talking about how all the altcoins were crushed and we were likely going to get a big move up at some point soon. It was literally like the bottom of Algo. Was this a Friday? Yeah. Right here was when we were talking about buying some Algo. Just literally before the pump. And honestly, there wasn't even that much advanced TA that went into that call. It was more just understanding that the alts are down 90%, right? Like, and the money flow is coming up on the higher time frames. Likely, I mean, even so, Algo is still crushed here. Even now, after all these pumps, guys, Algo's still down 95%, right? A lot of people think that they missed the bull run. Like, it's crazy how fast things move. That is, it's like you're bearish 1 second, and then you get a little pump to the upside, and everyone's like, I missed the bottom of the bear market. And it's like, guys, if you think Algo will break its all-time high, you're still buying the bottom here, right? And we talk about this all the time. But take a look at Algo here. Shout out to Tony D, said Dave Digital is on high alert. Smash that like button. He's on high alert. High alert as in high alert for what? Okay, shout out to Dave Digital. He's always on high alert. Dave Digital is our security, guys. 394 likes, 821 viewers. Talk to me, non-likers. Talk to me. Come on, smash that like button, guys. We got it. 550 is coming easy. No problemo. All right, let's continue on. I will shave if we get 1,000 likes. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I think we can. Maybe we can. We'd have to get a couple more viewers. He's on duty as the like police. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, shout out to Dave Digital, who is our like police today, guys. Yeah, Dave, give it to him, baby. Give it to him. All right, continuing on here. Again, guys, just in general, in the long term, money flow rounding off to the upside on the 3-day. Taking a look at your weekly money flow, kind of working its way up here, right? But your VWAP is coming down. So all this stuff really looks the same on Market Cypher B. Shout out to Creighton C. Says, yeah, high alert. And as in the alert is high. Shout out to Creighton. Oh, God. I think Creighton and Dave Digital's dynamic in this live stream is my favorite part of the whole show. Not even going to lie. All right. Yeah, let's LimeWire to the moon. Shout out to LimeWire. Shout out to Digital Pencil said, if you smash the like, I'll do a backflip. I'll hold you to that, Mr. Pencil. I'm holding you to that. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Digital Pencil. Dave Digital with another super chat. Yo, you guys are insane. Says, can we get 1 like per watcher? That's all. Thank you, guys. Make sure you do hit that like button an odd amount of times. You guys are funny. But taking a look here, right? Money flow all coming up on these higher daily time frames. 5-day. locally, it's kind of coming out, I'll be honest with you guys. But 3-day coming up, 2-day also crossing over into the green. But you have to remember we are getting those red dots on the higher daily time frames, right? So what does that mean? Again, I don't want to say it too much here, but we are going to be looking for a small pullback before another move to the upside. Why? The red dot indicates a pullback. The money flow crossing over into the green indicates that that pullback will be lackluster to put in a higher low and continue your move back to the upside or higher prices. But let's, money flow crossing over to the green on the 2-day. Daily, VWAP rolling back over. I don't know if I would trust that, to be 100% honest with you guys. 4-hour looking for the green dot. So again, very, very, very similar to a lot of other things. Money flow coming out on the 4-hour. And with the way those red dots are looking on the higher time frames and this money flow on the 4-hour looks, right? 2-hour money flow coming out as well. Any push to the upside right now, guys, is going to, in my opinion, be a lackluster move until proven otherwise. Right? We're not saying that it is definitely guaranteed to be a lackluster move, but it's going to be lackluster until proven otherwise, right? So if we get that push to the upside, I will be potentially looking to reject this purple box to put in a lower high, continue the downtrend, and have this money flow eventually cross over into the red, right? Creating a downtrend with your high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Creating that local downtrend. But we could get a big downtrend like this, and then on the higher time frames, still put in a higher low and continue the uptrend to the upside. So that's what I'd be looking at. This rejection zone is coming in at between 1431 or 1431 and 1385. And this is simply just your golden pocket 786 retracement, where price likes to put those lower highs in at. So that's what I'm looking at on algo. Let's get rid of these lines, and I will go ahead and pull our range. It's trying to see if we have any confluence within this range. Not enough. I would be looking at the 786 golden pocket, guys. And then remember, you don't know if you're going to get a move all the way up to this golden pocket or 786, so pull the local ones as well. Right? You have a clear swing here, which we're actually getting reaction off of right now. So, again, with the fresh 4-hour green dot, 3-hour green dot looking to print, etc., I don't know if I'd expect a big correction here. I would eventually expect to at least get up to, this golden pocket right here at about 1347. But main area of rejection, in my opinion, is going to be this golden pocket up here one more time between 1431 and 1385. All right, let's continue on here, guys, and check out our next. Shout out to Div X-Ray says, do you agree for the next bull run that the altcoins to really focus on are the following: INJ, Link, Render, and Solana? Shout out to Div X-Ray. I will say this. I like INJ. I like Link. I like Render. I like Solana. I think those are all coins to watch. I would definitely agree with that, bro. I don't know if they're going to be like the all-encompass, I don't know if they're going to be like the end-all, be-all altcoins, but for sure I own all of those, right? And I am bullish in all of those going into the next bull run, so, take that for what it's worth, right? All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Prod by Abe. Shout out to you, bro. He says, thanks, Frankie. You don't got to thank me, bro. Let's not F around, CandleMafia. Shout out to Dave Digital, the official like police. What about Creighton? Yo, shout out to Creighton. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for gifting those memberships. I did not see those. He gifted 20 memberships. Shout out to Creighton C. Bro, if you're in the chat, go ahead and, I don't know. Let me know, bro. Thank you for those memberships. I did not see those. I will check any missed super chats once we are done with the altcoins, guys. Sorry, I've been focusing on the TA. We showed up late, and we're a little bit flustered. But, yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. We took a look at XRP. We took a look at Algo. Now let's take a look at Near. Bada boom, bada bing. Flavor says, find your local bottoms. Hashtag Blue Chew. All right, let's see here. So taking a look at Near, well, we got our, Okay, yeah, we came up. All right, we got a rejection. Let me go ahead and I'll just start fresh here on near. But let's go ahead and take a look at the daily bearish divergence confirmed. This is more bearish, guys. This could be a macro top, not a macro top, but a significant high before getting a more, another correction to the downside. And I don't want anybody getting freaked out, like, oh, we're getting a big move down. I'm scared. Just remember, guys. 1 second you're probably feeling FOMO that you missed buying. And then the next second, you're feeling like everything's going to zero, right? So, like, if we do get a big dump in here, guys, just remember, like, think of the relief you'll feel about when you felt like you missed the bottom, right? Like, if near dumps down here back to, $1.23, you could be like, oh, now I can buy back in. But let's see. Let's see. But yeah, that's macro bear div, right? Daily bear div, money flow generally coming out. Your 2-day red dot is confirmed. 3-day looking to print the red dot. 4-day looking to print the red dot. Looking very similar to everything else. I'm not going to go through Market Cypher on all these time frames again. They all have the higher time. It's the same sentiment, right? Higher time frame red dots with the medium hourly time frame money flow coming out. You check the 4-hour, right? I didn't even check it. I just know that it's likely to be following everything else. Money flow bleeding out on the 4-hour here on near. But again, just like everything else, green dot looking to print, right? So maybe a retracement before getting another move to the to the downside. And then once this money flow crosses into the red, that's where you're expecting the downtrend to continue, right? And I would be looking at this range here, right? Oh, hang on. Shout out to Dave Digital said, I'm getting word you need help. You need to help us, Frank. Shout out to Dave Digital. Help with, you need, okay. Guys, smash that like button, 550 likes. I will do a backflip in the studio right here. And I can't do a backflip. So I'm probably just going to jump in the air, flail around, and then land on my neck. All right, it's up to you guys. You want to see that or no? I don't know. I'm just kidding, guys. I won't do a backflip because I can't do a backflip. But I don't know. I'll do something crazy. Smash that like button. 550 at least. I think we can get it. Shout out to Dave Digital. Jonah Lang, what is going on, bro? Thank you for the super chat. Said, help, I bruised my finger smashing the like button. Shout out to Jonah. That's okay, bro. Come on over to the Frankie Candles headquarters, and I'll give you a Frankie Candles Band-Aid, which has neon lights built into it. So shout out to Jonah Lang. But here on near, guys, looking for a potential, I mean, not looking for it, but we got the daily bear div, which is on these highs. Also, you did put that bearish divergence in on the 4-hour as well with money flow coming out. What do we talk about all the time with this stuff, guys? With these 4-hour and daily bear divs, if you have money flow in agreement with that divergence, oftentimes they could be significant highs, right, for a bigger move to the downside. So if our 4-hour green dot right here about to print does give us a move up, guys, I will be looking for a potential move back up into our value area high. I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't think you're going to get lucky. It seems too easy of a setup. Like, I don't know if you're going to get back up into this level, but if you do get back up to this value area high, guys, like you went from the high, you deviated from your value area high. I don't know if there were confirmations to go short here, but if there were, you were looking for that to break down and give you a move back down to the value area low. We got it. Now we're above the POC. We could expect that value area high to come back in, and if we do, I will be looking for a potential, I mean, I won't be looking because I don't really typically trade near, but if I were looking to trade, I would look for a potential short entry within this purple box somewhere, right? Looking to target the value area low of that range. And then if we do wind up getting that to play out, right? Let's say it looks something like this. When we get down here, I would take partial profits. Again, I'm not taking this trade. I want to be clear. But I will look to take partial profits here before eventually losing this level. If we break down further, then cool. We got a little scalp that turned into a big swing short. So that's kind of what I would be looking at here on near. Looking for local retracements on a lot of this stuff, guys, before putting in lower highs and continuing back to the downside. But let's go ahead and check out Solana now. Now, Solana, guys, has been holding up pretty dang good, if you ask me, right? Obviously, Bitcoin got the big move down. A lot of the alts got a correction as well. But Solana is just not going to die. Simply put, guys, this thing is just continuing to hold up. But go ahead and turn off Market Cypher A. But yeah, like we could be on our way to our next volume profile, guys. And I'll be honest, right? Like this was a big move up, right? Just from our, impulse from down here to the high, like that's a 200% pump, right? Chances are we're going to get a correction to come in here soon. But momentum is technically stair-stepping its way up on the daily. Your 2-day red dot is confirmed. Just won't pull you down. It just won't go down. I don't know why. 3-day red dot is printing, so you may be able to cool off here, but I would be careful with Solana, guys. Solana is being quite feisty, if you will. Where is our volume profile? Whoops. So I would be careful here, guys. Like money flow coming back up on your 1 hour, checking the 4 hour, money flow kind of flat, generally coming out, but kind of flat to be honest. But I don't know if I'd be looking to short this right now, but a correction is likely to come in here, guys. Like 5-day VWAP, same thing as everything else. Red dots looking to print all over these higher daily time frames. Only difference here on Solana is like the money flow is trying to fight itself back to the upside. So I would just be careful. But, we could be, I do think, listen, if we do cool off, you guys know, we've looked at this a million times over the past few days. Previous value area high at 4106 could be that next big level to look at for support. And, if you go ahead and pull your some of your important fib levels here, you can see, right, golden pocket, this important golden pocket is sitting right on that value area high, almost in perfect confluence. So if we do get a pullback, this is going to be a key level, not only to look for a bounce, but to also look for a potential acceptance into the range and then a bigger move down to the POC or value area low of the range back at $29. Now, I'm not saying you will get all the way back down there, but what I will say is, once you get to that value area high, this is the key level that you want to be looking at because, again, you're not only expecting a potential bounce here, but this will also give you context into if you're going to get a bigger move to the downside. Because if you get below this and can't get back above, you're expecting that POC at 33.23 to get hit. And then if you lose that, you're looking down to the 29.67 value area low. But other than that, guys, whenever we get this correction, which will come, it's not a matter of when or if, it's a matter of when this correction will come in. And when it does come in, you can bet your bottom dollar that these are going to be some pretty key levels of support. And if you did hold, like even held this POC and got to move back to the upside, guys, you easily maintain bullish market structure on the higher time frames, right? So you have your low, your high, your higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You could easily put a higher low in here or even a higher low lower down towards that $27 level to put that higher low in and continue your move to the upside. And eventually we will be targeting this value area, this previously untapped value area between $107 and $80. Definitely in the cards in my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. You're unbelievable. With that $20 super chat, said 100 more likes and win Mrs. Candle's cough, DZ bathwater. Shout out to Creighton. 666 likes and win Miss Teen Crypto. Okay, bathwater, totally not my post. Not my post, Jim, bathwater. Creighton, if I were to look for that, where would I be able to find that? I'm not saying I want your Jim bathwater, Creighton, but like if that did exist, like I'm just wondering, like, is it so do you sell it anywhere or is it something that you're trying to? I don't know, bro. Let me know. But anyway, shout out to you, bro. He said, "Don't tell her I said that. No pictures. Totally not trolling anyone, Randy." Heart. What? Shout out to Creighton C. I appreciate that super chat, bro. Thank you so much for all the support. And, nasty. Shout out to Ken, bro. Let's see. Took Solana at 20, right into 200. Shout out to Mike Vito. Shout out to you, bro. Caspa, yeah, hey, shout out to Rogue Gamer. We could definitely check out Caspa, no problem. We'll check out Caspa, and then we'll check out DYDX. And then I think that's probably going to be all. And then here, guys, look at this beautiful trade setup that we gave you on the last. I'm just kidding, guys. We didn't give you this trade setup. I don't think. I don't know what this is from. I'm just kidding, guys. But take a look at the daily on Caspa. I'm actually going to pull up the MEXC chart because it has more price hit. And that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream, guys. I will see you tomorrow. I'm kidding. But, guys, I just don't know what else to say. I don't know if we got the cool-off we were looking for, but I mean, hey, guys. Last time we looked at Caspa, guys, we were simply looking at these fib levels above us, right? Because Caspa is in price discovery, right? Caspa does not have Caspa is in complete price discovery. We don't have any we don't have any, we can't look left, right? We don't have any previous swing highs to look for resistance at. So what do? We pull these special secret fib levels. They're not secret. I'm just kidding. But we were looking for price. Once we broke past this high, guys, we didn't know where price was likely to run to. That's why we were looking at these fib levels. Looking at this level here at about 0.062482 for our next level to get hit. We came right up to it. And then we have our next level up here at about 9 cents, 0.093917 to be exact. And we were saying that could be the next stop for Caspa. And here we are at 9 cents. Like, simply put, there we go. Like, easy peasy, right? I'm just kidding. But green dot on your daily, I mean, this is definitely a key level of resistance. We're going to have to go ahead and activate some more of these fib levels because, that next level may just be up here at 12 cents, guys. Now, I don't know if you're just instantly going to rip up there, but let's see. Checking out that 4 hour, right? So the 4 hour actually looks a bit different on Caspa. I will be honest, right? So we are getting probably a golden pocket retracement right now. Can't make it up. I didn't know that was there, but you just see, look at this stuff long enough. You just kind of anticipate where things are. But we are getting a golden pocket retracement right now with our 4 hour VWAP coming to the downside. Could potentially get a rejection right here. Do we have any confluence on this level is the question. And we do. It's also the POC of the range. So, I mean, hey, I'm not saying that I'm looking to short Caspa because this thing is brutal. This thing has just been doing nothing but going up and to the right. But if I were looking to short Caspa, I may look to start entering I may start entering here. I'm not taking this trade. I'm saying hypothetically, if I were to take the trade, this is what I would do. I don't want people out there just copy trading me, but I may take an entry here depending on if you can get any confirmations here, potential CVD, bearish CVD or absorption. Is there, let's see, do we got Caspa? They have Caspa on here? Let's see. I wish I could search in here. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to spend the time to just search through all this. It takes a long time to find stuff on exo charts like this, but I think it is on exo charts. Kusama, let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to spend the time to look at it as I continue to scroll through the list of coins. I don't even know. I might be passing it. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I wish I could look at it on exo charts to try to figure out if we are likely. Oh, there it is. I'm glad I kept looking, guys. I'm glad I kept looking. Let's see. Check cake, please. We could try to take a look at cake. Spend the time. It's cool. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's see. Come on, XO. You could do it. All right. While that's loading, guys, we'll go back to the trading view chart. But yeah, this POC could be an area to reverse from only because we have our VWAP coming down. Money flow continuing out on the 4 hour. Your 2 hour money flow is crossed over into the red. Looking for the 2 hour red dot. Yikes, this thing may come down, guys. VWAP also rolling over on your 10 hour. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see right here, VWAP is rolling back over. So yeah, but I would be doing this, right? Understand if I were to short this would be a very, very risky position, right? Because sure, we have some confirmation that we will come down from here, but I would be very cautious of a potential shot up towards the 786, closer to about 0.094744. And at that point, if I were to take this, right, if I were going to enter some here and then wait for a push up and then enter a little bit more up here and ladder into that short position, once we break above that 786 and hold above it, that is basically, I'm not willing to hold it much past this 786 because once we crack that 786 and continue up, that is considered an invalidation, in my opinion, for that trade, right? So let's say we did get a chance to enter more in on that 786. I would simply enter part of the trade here. Right, so maybe I put 50% of the position I want to get into at this level, and then I wait for price to push up, and I would enter a little bit more at that 786. And then if we push up past that 786, I would stop out very quickly, anticipating a potential visit of this next level coming in, or I'm sorry. Well, actually, this would be still a level to watch at about 11 cents. Potentially getting all the way up to about 12.5 cents of this purple line. But there you go. That's kind of how I would be handling this. And then again, your red dot about to print on your 2 and 4 hour may be what's able to get you that move to the downside. Do you have local divs here? Ooh, you do. Yo, baby, this thing. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You got no bear div here. Just like barely have a bearish divergence. Check that 30-minute. You got a 30-minute bear. Yeah, money flow coming out on the 15-minute with a red dot incoming on the 4-hour could give you a little bit more of a move to the downside. So I'd be looking for a pullback on Caspa. Could be wrong. Don't just short based off of what some crazy guy on YouTube says. Yeah, definitely do your own research there, especially with Caspa. Any short on Caspa right now, in my opinion, is highly risky because this thing is in price discovery. Got my Frankie Candles hat today. Want the whole collection now. They are nice. Shout out to Daniel Edwards, bro. Congrats on I don't know, do you congrats someone on buying something? Shout out to you, bro. I hope you enjoy the hat. They are high quality. These are Richardson 112 hats. These are not the cheapest hats we can get our hands on. They are the highest quality hats we can get our hand on within a reasonable price. So, yeah, these are my new favorite hats. I exclusively wear Richardson 112. The bend is just perfect out of the box. Beautiful. So shout out to you, bro. Thanks for copping a hat. I appreciate you. And, yeah, we do have a bunch of different colors, so check them out. Let's see. Possible breakout on the 30-minute for the AVAX chart market cipher. Shout out to Clay the Great. Let's, well, actually, hang on. We will check. I'll check AVAX in a minute, but let's go ahead and check DYDX first because that is going to be, that was first on the list, right? So DYDX getting an absolute ripski, Rippenstilski, as I like to call him, to the upside, cracking this previous high. Ooh, baby. Probably coming up to some significant resistance here. I'm going to pull our range. Let's pull it here. Bada boom. Deviating from our volume profile. Let's pull a fib from the high to the low. Boom. Okay. Okay. I don't hate this. I would maybe be waiting. I'd be waiting on this thing. All right, so we are deviating from that volume profile. This thing is obviously got a very big move up today, but pretty overbought on the daily. Let's check that 4-hour. Yikes. Pretty nasty bear div on the 4-hour. 2 hours almost invalidated for the bearish divergence. Yeah, I mean, I'd be careful. This thing is absolutely screaming to the upside right now. So for that reason, guys, I'm not going to even talk about a short on this yet. However, we are outside of our value area, which is typically where you want to start looking for the shorts. Typically, that could mean that you're going to get sucked back into your volume profile. But what we do have to understand here, guys, is that we are in a different place in the market right now. We have a lot of the altcoins breaking out of their ranges, which means, right, like this kind of reminds me of Link, right? If we pull up Link real quick, we had that really, really, really big range that we sat in forever, right? Which is bing, bong, 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 right? And then finally we cracked it, flipped the POC to support, and then boom, we launched off to higher prices. This is, in my opinion, very similar looking to what we are seeing right here on DYDX, right? You have this range that you've been bing-bonging around in since May of 2022. It seems like the forever range. And then we wind up coming up, we flip that POC to support, and we get the breakout. So, and you could see even on Link, right, we had broken out of this range a couple of times. We got sucked back in. We broke out, we got sucked back in. We broke out, we got sucked back in, right? Every time we broke out, we got sucked back in. But what made this time different, guys, is the fact that, number one, the part of the cycle that we're in, right? We knew down here that we were likely not going to come out of the bear market right away. So we were safe to be fading a lot of the pumps. But on a move, you know, when things are as bullish as they are, like they are right now, you may not want to be fading these breakouts because the fact that, you know, this daily money flow crossover happened shortly after we got the big breakout. Come back to DYDX. Let's check that daily time frame, right? You get that money flow crossover, and then you get the breakout. Could DYDX be on a breakout for a bigger move to the upside? And I think it could be. You know, next major target I'd look at is going to be right here. Turn this blue. Whoops. For longs, right? So I would be looking up towards this level between about $5.03 and $4.81 for the next major target for DYDX. 786 sitting up here at about $5 and $5.85 as well. This will be another level to watch, as it is your 786 retracement. So if we are going to get this to be a legitimate breakout, guys, I will be expecting that target to get hit up here before looking for a significant return to the downside, right? Because this is pretty early money flow crossover compared to a lot of this other stuff, right? Like a lot of this stuff is a lot later. Like look at Litecoin. I'm not Litecoin, Link. Like Link, money flow crossover, break out of the range, right? And then like this, I would argue that DYDX is closer to like, closer to like right here as far as the money flow crossover goes. So, we got the break out of the range, starting to deviate, right? And even here, right? Like you could look at this move on Link, right? You could see like we had a 4-hour bear div right here, but what happened? We just kept screaming to the upside, right? You got a little pullback off that div, but then you just kept screaming to the upside because things are bullish, right? So I do think we are a little bit earlier in that money flow crossover into the green on the daily for DYDX. So I would just be careful looking for shorts on that as of right now, just because of that money flow crossover being a little bit younger, right? If you will. So let me pull that back up real quick. So that's what I'd be looking at on DYDX, looking for the looking for that potential golden pocket to get hit. Which this is this is an old DYDX chart. Where's the one that I just? It's the KuCoin chart. Is this it? This might be it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on DYDX, guys. Again, just looking for a push up into it's the same golden pocket. This is it, right? Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. So I'd be looking for a push up into that golden pocket. Let me turn this purple again. And again, that is coming in between $5.03 and $4.81. Next key target for DYDX. But I'd be careful shorting this stuff right now. Wouldn't be surprised if you pull back. But again, too early in the money flow crossover for me to look for a big short. Bull div on the spins chart. Shout out to Tyler Durden, the daily chart that is. Shout out to Tyler. But yeah, we will. I will just check out Cake really quickly for whoever was asking for it. I'll run through this quick and dirty. Green dot on the daily, looking kind of different. I would be looking for higher prices on this for sure. And just with that, that fresh green dot on your daily. Also, you are clearly knocking on the door to this low volume gap. This is Bitcoin. What just happened? So let me just mark this out again, right? So as you continue to push up here, $2.58, this is going to be a significant breakout level. Why? Well, if you break out of here, look at this. Pretty significant fall off in volume all the way up to about $4. Now, is $4 the actual level? Well, it's likely to get respected, but here's the thing. You have a lot of volume. You have like a lot in here, right? A general fall off in volume could add to a quick move up, right? Just like we always talk about, right? You get a quick move down oftentimes, right? Like what happened? You break this level, you get a quick move down, right? So chances are, where'd you hit the support? Right here. So chances are, if we break this level, we could get a quick move up. Again, targeting $4, but the shelf of volume, which I'm not even going to go over right now, but just take it for what it's worth. The shelf of volume is coming in closer to where we bounced off of right here, getting closer to about, I would call it $3, about $3.45. Right, so $3.45 would kind of be the first technical target, but actually $4 is going to be the kind of not final target, but the next major target, being that is where the high volume node is. So that's kind of what I'd be looking at on Cake, to be quite honest with you, right? Like daily green dot, fresh money flow crossover into the green. Your 2-day VWAP also curving back up to the zero line. Money flow coming up as well. Not looking too shabby here, guys. So I would be looking for some potential upside on Cake, potentially based off that green dot. And if you crack this key level at $2.58, that's where you could see a move up to $3.50 and potentially even $4, where you may even be able to pull a nice little range here. Yeah, that's what I'd look at. POC of the range sitting at $4. So yeah, I mean, these are the key levels. So first key area of resistance is going to be right here between $3.59 and $3.48. Next key level is your POC at $4, and then your value area high at $4.47 would be another area. Come on. Is everything okay? What happened? There we go. If Yeah, and then that value area high is going to be another level that I would watch at about $4.45. And remember, this is a value area. So you have context once you get up to this level into what price will likely do next. So if you don't reject here, you're looking to flip this to support and then ride up to the $4.45 value area high. So there you guys go. That is what we're looking at on Cake. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Dude, we are totally out of shape. The whole team breathing hard, just barely halfway to 1,000 likes. Just saying. Shout out to Dave Digital, guys. Work out those thumbs so you can smash that like button quicker on the next stream. But, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Let's go ahead and pull up the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure and take a look at the giveaways that we got going on right now. All right, let's see. It's my asthma, my bad. Crimson Caravan Company, I don't know what it's like having asthma. I wish I could relate to that, but I can't because all of you guys know that I don't have asthma, and I would never in a million years ever need to use an inhaler. I don't know why anyone would have to use an inhaler. Like, just in, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and spin that Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Spin numero uno. How many likes did we get? 526 likes. Let's go. Shout out to you guys for smashing that like button and pushing this. Guys, smashing the like button is the easiest and most free way to support the channel. If you like what we do over here at Frankie Candles, giving out this free value every single day. Smash that like button. Easiest way to spread the word. Spread the good old gospel of the Mr. Candelabra. But let's see here. Let's see. Oh, God. Rugged on the spin there. Let's see. Yo, Retro Mike says Creighton can't even auction me off for likes. Let's see. 350 likes from the live earlier. Thank you for that, Creighton. Tyler. Thank you for that, Tyler. I heard Weezer uses an inhaler, and he's pretty cool. Hey, shout out to Weezer. Let's see. Hey, Nikki94. Boo. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for stopping by, even if you're a little bit late. And by a little bit late, I mean popping in at the end of the show. We'll take you at the end of the show, too, bro. Shout out to you. All right, yeah, let's see. Dang, man, maybe it's the wheel. The wheel has been robbing people. Let's see. Thank you, Tony D, for reminding me about that. I appreciate you. Come on. Guys, we just keep getting wrecked on this wheel. Come on. Guys, there's no way. I'm about to take a nope off this wheel. I'm about to take a nope. You just watch. I'll take a nope. You don't think I'll take a nope off this wheel? I sure will. All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Give him a giveaway, baby. Give him a giveaway. Come on. Let's see. Weird rookie question. Can you show how you pull the volume profile, how you pull your volume range real quick? Shout out to Will. Yeah, sure. Here we go. I don't typically pull my volume for just anybody there, brother, but I'll do it for you. I'm just kidding. There's nothing inappropriate about pulling volume, guys. I'm just joking. But yeah, I get this question all the time. I think people are wondering if they're pulling their volume wrong. Simply what I do is I pull my volume on sideways price action, right? So I see that there is consolidation here, so I will go ahead and pull a volume profile. So just, simply put, without doing a full tutorial on exactly where I pull these from, I simply, just experiment with it, right? I could see that we consolidated here. We have clear, this is kind of a bad example. Let's go down to a lower time frame. Right, so let's see, right? This is kind of an extreme example, but obviously you can see that we were ranging around. We have clear highs, rejection, support, right? So I will just pull a volume profile on this sideways range to figure out where the value area high is and the value area low. So I simply just pull it on sideways price action. Now, there is a little bit more to it when I'm pulling, like there could be a little bit more specifics, but don't go crazy. Just experiment. Find your ranges, pull your volume. Like even here, like this is a wonked out range, but we have a rejection. Like this is relatively even highs, right? And then you have support. You broke it here, but maybe you could pull a range here as well, right? So again, there is a little bit more to it, but I just pull it on sideways areas of consolidation. Hopefully that helps you out, brother. But let's go ahead and that wheel is still spinning. There we go. Oh my God, guys, this thing is just rug city right now. All right, so what do we got? 5 and 5 is 10. So this is all we got. 550 likes. There we go, baby. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for getting us to 550 likes. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 giveaways. Hey, it's more than 50%, and that's a winning strategy if you ask me. But shout out to you guys. Let's see. Shout out to TradeMade21 says, who cares about leverage levels? We want spot levels. Come on, Frankie. Shout out to TradeMade. We do give you spot levels over here on the Bitstamp chart. That's what all these levels are pulled from. These are all spot levels. So there you go. You say, come on. I say, what do you mean? We do it. But anyway, guys, don't forget, before you guys hop out, don't forget to check out our sponsor, guys, Link 2, your access to private investment. If you guys are interested in getting into private investing without having to be a massive bag holder, yes, I know you do still need some money, but through Link 2, you can invest with a lot less money than is typically required for this kind of stuff. So shout out to Link 2 and if you want to start investing in leading startups with affordable minimums, broadening investment opportunities for all, check out link2.com and come check out what they got going on here. I think their first minimum deposit is $2,500, and then it goes up to $5,000 from there. So if you guys are interested in that, investing in or getting into private investments, go ahead and check out link2.com, LINQTO.com. And shout out to Link2 for sponsoring the channel. But guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Hopefully you guys learned something, got those key levels, both the spot and the leverage exchanges. But you got the key levels to the upside, to the downside, and now you guys have an idea of what I'm expecting here in the near future. Hopefully XRP goes to 0 so I can cash out on this short because you guys know I missed my Bitcoin entry. So with all that being said, guys, I will see you here tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe I'll see you earlier in the day if something crazy happens. We'll go live again for a live market update. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like these urgent live market updates that we did earlier today, because if you do, I'll keep them coming. So with all that being said, guys, I'll see you same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Go sniff some hands. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
Guys, I know I've been saying this since I've started this channel, that I'm going to give you guys a track list of our soundtracks for the channel. And I've never done it. And I'm here to tell you that I probably won't do it. Not because I don't want to, but because if I say I'm going to do it right now, I will probably wind up forgetting. So one day, guys, I will promise you this. One day in the near future, or maybe distant future, who knows, maybe in the 2057 bull run, we will give you guys the track list for our stream soundtrack. But yeah, guys, yeah, that one was I don't even know the name of it, so that's no help at all. But yeah, actually, guys, like, maybe I'll do it tonight. I will give you guys the artist names because the way I download the songs, like the file names are all weird, so it's gonna be hard for me to like re-find who the artists are. But I will go ahead and find the artists for you guys and drop them in the free Discord. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. I don't know. Guys, I got to go eat dinner. Mrs. Candles is waiting for me. I thought I smelled pasta with sauce, but I think it's just hands. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta pasta. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know.